Welcome back to our channel. We are here today live from the Paris Blockchain Week 2025. As promised, we are bringing you key opinion leaders, the people who matter, the people that are changing the narrative, the people who are driving forward the crypto space. And today, right here beside me, someone that is constantly working to better their product and also bring it to more consumers, helping with adoption. COTI, welcome. So,
thank you.
Talk to me. Tell me, what can we expect in the next 6 months from COTI?
Right, so we've just recently launched our mainnet, and it means that we're very focused now on adoption. Now, you mentioned shaping the narrative, and I think that's super important because I think the last 10 years in crypto has been, other than basing the general premise, it was about scalability and how to make networks work faster. And I think this has been achieved. And I think what we should focus on next, and a lot of smart people, not just me, think, is to focus on privacy, on public blockchain, or security, or securing our data. Because it's pretty clear that no major business will ever build its infrastructure on blockchain if all its secrets are publicly available, and retail users will never use crypto if they understand that their entire financial history is exposed. So what we allow is for selective disclosure. It means that if you transact on a public blockchain and using our tech stack, which is available on Ethereum and 70 other blockchains, then you can decide this transaction is private, this one is not, etc., etc. So what we'll be focusing in the next 6 months is actually creating a developer community that builds new types of dApps that can allow for that. It can be anything from very simple things like games, right? You can play poker if you can keep a secret, but on the other side, we're working on CBDC projects with governments and everything in between, DeFi, AI, etc., that uses selective disclosure and privacy.
That's very interesting. But let's take a step back. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
And exactly how do you fit in when it comes to coding?
Great. So I am COTI, right? Like when in France, like Louis XIV, I am the. I have been an entrepreneur for the last 25 years in tech. So I was fortunate enough to see things like, the internet revolution when I was in high school, and then mobile, which was an opportunity that I actually captured. Founded a company back in 2006 called Web3, believe it or not, which was later on acquired, and then got into crypto 2016 and founded COTI at 2017. So as the founder of COTI, I lead day-to-day operations. I'm in touch with the foundation, essentially everything that involves building the chain and raising awareness and adoption.
The best part of having you here is if someone is looking at this and they're like, hey, I'm going to get into the space, I have a startup. Tell me about one of the biggest hurdles that you had to overcome, and how did you do it?
I think for there's a big upside and a downside in crypto, which is usually the same sides of the same thing. The fact that you have a token means that you have access to liquidity that is unavailable anywhere else in the world, right? But it also means that you are liable and reliable to a lot of people. That becomes the community that either holds your token, build on your infrastructure, etc. That means that you become a quote-unquote a public figure, if you like it or not, and even if you're not prepared for that. So a lot of people, launch a token and then in hindsight realize, whoa, now there's like, a few 100,000 people that care about what I do every day. So that's a big thing to consider.
Yeah. Now, when you actually have to deal with this, and if you think about it, and this is what I tell everybody, mass adoption requires trust.
Yes.
Without trust, there will never be adoption. And the bad actors, the scams, the rug pulls, the constant volatility, and the constant up and down, and the bad news, the good news, bull market, bear market, all of this makes it very difficult to trust. So how would you propose from your side and with your knowledge that we can build this trust in the community?
Well, look, a few things. First, action speaks louder than words. If your intentions are good and people can observe that, they can see that you are reliable, that you remain coherent with what you do, then people build this trust. Trust is not something that you can lose trust very fast, but you cannot build trust instantly, right? COTI has been in the space since 2017 through various market difficulties, and we've always been focused on building. It's essentially almost the same team since inception, right? The team has grown, but like the core team is almost the same. We were never icons on Telegram, on Twitter. It was always our face, our history. I'm known where I am, and so is my team. Transparent. So I think that's important. The other thing to understand is that leadership does not mean that you do what pleases people. Sometimes what pleases people may seem right for them immediately, but if you get a long-term perspective, this is actually the wrong thing to do. So you cannot be a pleaser. A leader means that you need sometimes to make difficult decisions, do something that is unpopular, just because you can see a future that people don't see yet. So I think that's the big things, right?
Now, we've had a week. This week has not been the best for any of us. We had a very tumultuous week when it comes to the market, the normal, traditional market, our crypto space. Now, if you fast forward to the next 6 months, and I'm not saying predict the market, I'm saying, how does it feel for you? What do you expect to happen?
Yeah, look, again, this is not my first rodeo. I've been in worse markets, much worse markets, right? And it can be painful, it can be long, but usually, again, it means that people need to figure out what they do in this space. For us as builders of infrastructure, it doesn't really matter how the market acts in the short term. And in the long term, we are believers in what we do. We believe in this market, we believe in Web3, we believe the future is decentralized. So it doesn't matter what happens right now. If you can kind of like connect where you're at right now to a point in the future where you think you want to be, this is how you build. And people that invest in this space, this is how you invest. You cannot buy in where everything is so clear and super bright. It doesn't pay out that way. So again, if you think long term, if you can be in this long term, this sort of market behaviors create some opportunities.
Very good. So, in summary, COTI believes in you. So in other words, make sure to check out their projects, jump on all their socials, jump on their website, and keep building. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for being here with us. I appreciate it. You keep pushing forward the market. You keep bringing the best ideas to the market, and we appreciate you. Adoption is synonymous with COTI. You're helping us adopt, so we appreciate that. Like, share this video. Make sure you keep watching this channel because we will keep bringing you people like this, interesting people, and we will keep asking them the questions that we know you would like to know. See you soon.